Good morning. Well, it's a kind of a dreary day today in the old south of France. So it's a bit of a bits and bobs or mishmash of things that I've got to get done. I'm moving dirt into a bin. It came early this morning. It shouldn't be even half full, which is great. I have to pick up this leftover pile here. I have to dig down piles that I kind of have strewn about the garden beds because the dirt ended up being not as good as I had hoped. I'm going to bury some sprinkler hoses. I'm going to bury some irrigation, kind of these tube things that you put down into the ground to water the trees. What else am I doing? Got to cut up a bunch of branches and probably do a little bit more work. I'm getting some parts today for the irrigation system, so I might do a little bit of it. I don't have enough for all of it, of course, but for the gray water capture, we'll see if I can get a little more of that done. The amazing thing is how much we've saved in I think it's just over 2 days. It's a fifth full of 1,000 liters, so that's crazy. So we're going to need quite a few more bins, I think, or IBC totes to keep up with it. But I'm happy because that means we won't have dead plants and grass this summer. Anyways, I'm just going to throw this together as a little vid, bits and a few time lapses and see what we get up to. Well, it's a couple days later. So as I was finishing up filling up the bin, or the dumpster full of dirt, I raked it because the guy wanted it in a certain way. He wanted a bit of a peak to it. Not sure why, but that's the translation. And so basically, I was stepping down out of the bin onto a step stool thing, and I pulled something on my back. So I've been laying flat on the couch for the last couple days. It's out of everything I've done, 46 tons of concrete and, filling that bin, which I think holds, or dumpster, which holds about 20 tons. I mean, I didn't fill it, but, of all that, it's stepping down onto a step stool that yoinks my back. So I'm just going to take it a bit easy. I didn't get it finished everything I wanted to do. What I'm going to do today is I'm going to basically power wash the wood and get it cleaned up so I can put it in the garage for it to dry out and store it until I need it. And then later on in the week, either I get the parts for the gray water system, which is basically missing some little connectors, and that's it. They're going to be probably this week, hopefully. They were supposed to be early this week, and now they're delayed a bit. I think it'll be towards the end of the week. And that will let me finish that up. But the good news is that we've generated, in about 5 days, we've filled it halfway up, which is pretty cool. And there was a day I didn't have a shower, so, it was a bit of a rough weekend for me. But anyways, so I'm going to finish power washing and then, let's see how we do. I should be all right. And there we go. Well, I managed to clean up all the wood today, finishing a little early because I don't want to overdo it with my back. It seems okay though, just a little bit tender, so take it a little easy this week. But yeah, I still have to do a bunch of, not a bunch, but probably maybe 4 or 5 trailer loads of dirt. At the back wall I've got some. Gotta get rid of that out of the garden. And I got some more that I didn't quite finish towards the back of the area. I want to put down grass seed, so that'll be a priority. Might do that, if not at the end of this week, maybe next week. Just do a quick little trailer, get rid of it. And then what else? You know, I've got all the wood washed, which is great. So I was really just trying to get the concrete off it and try to get it clean enough so that when I do treat it for bugs, that it actually soaks in. It's fuzzy wood now, but that's okay. You'll never see it. It's all looks in really good shape, actually, surprisingly, for sitting outside for 2 years. But yeah, making progress. We're doing stuff. So I think my next thing will be to, if I don't get the parts for to finish off the grey water, or at least get it mostly finished off, that system, then I'll be working on starting to chase the top floor. So yeah, starting doing the electrical stuff, which is pretty cool. I got to figure out how to use this saw and figure out how much mess it's going to make. Hopefully not a lot. Anyways, thanks a lot for watching. Hope you had a great weekend, and see you in the next video. Ciao.